Hi. This movie review is on the movie The Three Stooges, which opened up on April 13th, starring Sean Hayes as Larry, Will Sasso as Curly, and Chris Diamantopoulos, or whatever, as Mo. And uh, I went and saw the movie. Kind of had a little bit of some low expectations of it, and I thought to myself, I looked at on Rotten Tomatoes. It didn't look good. They had like a 50% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, so I was kind of going with a little bit low expectations. Sometimes in Hollywood, sometimes nowadays comedies are just total trash. Some of them, this is actually my second time doing a review on a comedy. As you know, over the years, I've done reviews on science fiction movies, action movies, comic book superhero movies. But this is actually my second time that I've done a review on a comedy. And this movie was, it was a fun movie. Um, I think I think all three actors handled their acting roles very well. I think they portrayed those characters pretty decently. Um, Especially Sean Hayes, who plays Larry. That guy really did that character pretty darn good because the way his voice sounded, and his mannerisms playing Larry, he sounded just like the guy from the 1930s. Forget his name, but yeah, it was. They all three of them did a pretty good job. Now, with that said, I I came after the movie. I came back and I watched on YouTube. I watched, the guys, the original guys from the 1930s, the Three Stooges, and these guys in this new movie. I mean, they did pretty good, but the original Three Stooges were the best. I mean, their comedy back then in the 1930s I think it was very funny to a I don't know it was a lot I don't know they did a lot better with the Three Stooges back then. But these guys, well, actually these guys did good. They held their own. They did make me laugh. They did get me out of my seat a few times. This was a fun movie. It was comedy, and you know, like the story goes, and you've probably seen the trailers, where he goes to, or in the beginning, there's an orphanage. They get dropped off by some, by somebody drives by in a fast car, and you've seen the trailer, and the nun comes to the door. She opens up the bag, and it's the Three Stooges. They all have their same, hairstyles or whatever. Like they'll look when they grow up. And but I'm not going to give away the whole story, because it is kind of being like a spoiler. But let's just say that they grow up and the orphanage is in trouble, which is kind of funny because when they grow up, I mean they're still living at the orphanage as adults. No one ever adopted them because they were them being troublemakers and everything. So they were still with the orphanage, and then but the orphanage ran into some financial problems, money problems. So they go on their way to try to get as much money. I can't remember how much money it was. It was 83. I can't remember something 83,000. I can't remember 83 million, something like that. But they go out there and they try to get the money, and but you'll see the movie and see what happens. But yeah, the comedy was pretty good. It was funny. Um, my favorite part is when that lobster ended up in Larry's pants, and it's like crunch, and it was but it was a good fun comedy movie. It had me laughing. I mean, there were some times. I mean, there were things in this movie that were kind of dumb and kind of stupid and cheesy, but the dumbness in this movie was funny dumb. It was good dumb. You take a movie like a review I did on the movie Meet the Spartans. That kind of comedy is dumb, stupid comedy. It's just stupid dumb. But in this movie, um, this Three Stooges movie, um, they did it. You know, it was actually a funny, dumb, stupid type thing. So it was good. I liked the movie. Um, you know, if you're looking to go to a comedy, I suggest you go to it. It's a fun movie. Um, and you know, this is kind of a short review, but go and check it out. Oh, you know, another thing too is uh, I remember my uncle used to love the Three Stooges, and he used to watch reruns of it on television sometimes. I remember when I was back in the '80s when I was younger. I remember him visiting or something, and on the couch he was watching the Three Stooges. I mean, he had tears in his eyes, you know, because when you laugh too hard, you usually get tears in your eyes. I mean, Three Stooges were funny. I mean, they were a funny bunch, but this movie was pretty good too. So check it out, and you know, I give it a thumbs up. I give it a good grade, and just check it out. It's a fun, good movie. That's all I gotta say. All right, take care. Oh, one other thing I wanted to add was the sound effects in the movie were pretty darn good. Just like in the 1930s Three Stooges movies, you know, with the doink and the, you know, all that kind of stuff. The sound effects were awesome as far as getting it just like the original um, movies from the 1930s and 40s. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was pretty good. So everybody, take care. So did I poke you?